to another episode of the Rams House Podcast. I'm your host, Ethan, joined by my co host, Joe and OJ. What's going on, guys?
What's
What's
up?
up?
What's
What's
up?
up? What's up? What's up? Day before Christmas, baby. Christmas Eve.
It's about to be the best day
Mm-hmm.
of the year. Although, interestingly
Mhm.
enough, I think day two of the draft is going to be a lot more interesting and exciting than day one of the draft.
Yeah.
The second and third round of the draft are stock full of talent, and the first round has quite a few guys who are getting overhyped like crazy. So I'm really excited to see what happens. And now I'm hoping we trade down out of the first, pick up some more draft capital in the second and third, and go crazy because there's so much talent in that second and third round.
It is, man. That's a lot of talent.
All right, so let's do a recap. Today we're going to be covering corners, and we're going to be doing a mock draft. Let's do a recap though of what we've knocked out so far in our preparation for the draft. We've looked at quarterbacks, we've looked at running backs, we've checked
Mhm.
out tight ends, we've looked at receivers,
Yep.
and left and right tackles. And then we've skipped the interior O line. Our main focus has been to focus on guys that we thought the Rams would realistically be able to draft in the first three rounds. We don't see them going
Mm-hmm.
interior O line in the first three rounds, and then we skipped the D line altogether. We they've drafted heavily in the D line. We think that's the spot they skip. So we went all the way to linebacker and cornerback, and we skipped safeties because of the Cam twins. They're looking pretty good right now at the starting safety position. So maybe we get some depth or future starters in the fourth round or beyond. But right now, starter wise, we're pretty set. So today we're gonna be looking at corner specifically. Here's our list. Um, really interesting list. We've got
Definitely.
Jade Jade Barron. Him and Benjamin Morrison, the only guys that we're considering taking in the first round.
Yeah.
Revel and Porter are both bigger time prospects in the second and third round. But so let's get started talking about. Let's start with Jade Barron here. Take a look at his
And,
numbers.
and to everybody out there, just a PSA. Obviously, Travis Hunter is going top three, so
Yeah, we
there
don't
was
even
no
have him on
need
the
for us to
list.
even
Yeah. I
add
mean,
him on the list. Yeah.
you've already watched him. We know what he is.
Totally
Yeah.
unrealistic. We also watched Will
Yeah.
Johnson, thinking, maybe if he's really good, we trade up into the top 10 for him, but we didn't like his film as a top 10 player. I think we all
Yeah.
agreed we wouldn't even draft him at 26. We're not huge
Mm-hmm.
fans of his style of game and the way it fits with the Rams. But Janae Brown is a stud. This year he had 5 interceptions, 11 pass deflections. Absolutely stellar season. Let's look at the physical measurements. Bit shorter arms, but 5'10", not 194. He's a pretty beefy corner, stocky at that size, and then decent, mediocre to decent measurables in the explosiveness and the agility. But he does have 4.39 speed, which is pretty good. Although his burst is not quite up to par with his 10-yard split being more in the average to above average range. So overall, solid athleticism, but nothing crazy. So let's check out our film on Jade Brown from Texas. Got an arrow, boys. So you can tell the physicality is real. The tackling form. I mean,
Yeah. One thing that I'm actually not 100% sure, but I guess maybe we can confirm it now. But I feel like he maybe had played safety before because he has very good tackling form.
it's true. He
Yeah.
does.
You know what? According to PFF, he had an 83 run grade, so he had a very good run grade for a
Mm-hmm.
corner.
That's stellar.
So that
And
means,
that's amazing for a corner.
yeah, yeah, man. So that means he was getting his nose in there. So that probably mean he probably plays safety because he knows how to
Yeah,
tackle and
I
things
would say
like
that
that.
it would make
So
sense.
check out this play.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. So he's actually up at the top here, and it's a
Hmm.
fake screen. This is like a whole fake screen, fake handoff, and he just, dude watches film. He knew exactly what was coming. He just sprints out to the middle of the field, gets into position, and intercepts this ball. That's just pure instincts. That's pure film watching. Like that dude knew what was coming.
He read the
He
quarterback's
went
eyes. He
way out of position,
tracked the ball, read the quarterback's eyes, and just made a play. That's what you do.
Hmm.
lined up in the slot here.
Like a bit off.
Again, that's just great D, man. That's just
It's
great
timing as well.
defense.
Like
Mm-hmm.
he times the breakup as well. Like that's a lot of times where we see in the college, with college quarterbacks, refs, they let often certain things like maybe if you're slightly early or a bit more handsy or grabby, he has very good timing. So he's already pro ready in that sense.
Again, I'm pretty sure this last play is was zone. and he's just reacting to the quarterback's
Mhm.
eyes and gets there in time to break up the pass. Now, this is a more difficult. He's at the bottom of the screen now, but this is a slant, and it's a harder thing to guard. But man, he's physical and he hits hard and he makes violent contact. One of the things we really like about him. Yeah, check out this short slant, and he just, bro, he crushes him.
Yeah, man.
He
He gets
explodes
a hand
onto the
in there
ball
and
like
just
a missile and just violent contact.
And
I think
that's
that,
one of the main things we are trying to look for is that physical corner.
yep,
Uh,
I was just gonna say that that's one
yeah.
of the things we missed when Jalen Ramsey left because he was super
Mhm.
physical,
Yep,
and we
Yeah,
missed that
exactly.
physicality, man.
100%. So here is another little slant route, and he's playing pretty far off the ball, so it's a bit high, but just a hand-eye coordination to make that catch. Like there is an aspect of the NFL that's being lucky, but this is hand-eye coordination. This is ball tracking. This is a lot of
That's good
mental
positioning as well.
traits.
Like you're
Yeah,
you're in the right place at the right time. It's not just luck, just by chance you're there and a ball gets tipped and it falls in your
Mhm.
hands. So we saw that with Jalen McCullough last year. He got a lot of lucky picks,
yeah.
but this is just good positioning.
Again, same thing. In fact, this wasn't his guy. His guy stops on a short route up here. You can see him stop here, and he's reading the play.
That's him
That's
reading the
smart
quarterback's
football.
eyes. Exactly. Yeah.
Really smart
He's
football. And if he doesn't get the interception, he's going to drill the receiver, but the ball
Mhm.
gets tipped, and he's got that awareness and hand eye coordination to catch that ball. We like a lot of his intangibles.
Yeah, man, he's a
You
really
can
good
tell he
player.
watches film. He reads out way too
Yeah.
many plays to be a guy who doesn't love
Mhm.
to watch film, man. He's athletic enough. He's got speed, but man, he's sticky. He's physical. Got so much of that stuff that you're wanting, man. Again, being at the right place at the right time.
The entire time there, we see from the beginning of that clip, he's looking at Carson Beck's eyes. He's
Yep.
reading him. He's reading him. As soon as he releases that throw, he jumps and makes a play. Again, there's another like a
Great.
plus here, right? We could use him in that sense if we draft him in that box in certain like downs, like as like a safety kind of in a hybrid sense
Yeah, here he is
as well.
blitzing, and then he has the awareness to jump up and make the deflection. You know, it's funny because we saw Will Johnson do this a couple times on his film, and he whiffed on the block, and they were
Mhm.
completed passes. He whiffed.
Yeah,
on
I would say
the
that's something.
passes.
I guess I'll quickly mention about Will Johnson. One of the reasons we didn't also like him
Great
was that
feet.
he didn't show that physicality
Exactly.
as we saw in these guys that we highlighted.
Another great shorter route, but look how quickly he explodes on the ball and the pass deflection, man.
Mhm.
He's really good at getting his hands in there without too much contact. See, when he identifies the ball coming there,
That,
he explodes.
that's great timing. That
Great
he
timing.
timed that perfectly.
Perfect. This is the guy we'd have to draft in the first round. In fact, this is the guy we may have to trade up to get. But you
Yeah, you
guys
probably
can see
trade up
he's a
15
legit.
between 15 and 20.
In the film, we watch him playing press man, playing a lot of man, playing some zone, the instincts. Like you see a little bit of everything. He's a really well-rounded player. He's physical, but he's also fast. He has great
Mhm.
instincts. Like he's a very well-rounded player. He falls in here as our honorable mention, as our first guy. Next guy we're going to be watching is Siobhan Ravel. We're going to save Benjamin Morris for last because I think he's all of our favorite guy.
Mhm.
Now, the one downside to Ravel is that he did go to East Carolina. He also was injured this season, so there's a couple of major concerns there. You see, last season he had an interception and 13 pass deflections. This season he had 2 and 2, but obviously only played 3 games. And then here's his physical stuff. He didn't do any of the combine stuff, but he is 6'1", almost 6'2", almost 200 pounds. He has long 32-inch, almost 33-inch arms, big hands. He's a very good size for a corner.
Yeah.
And even though we don't have his measurements as far as his 40 and everything like that, you're going to see from the film that he's quite athletic. He is number
28,
28,
bottom
so
of
he's
the
at the bottom
screen.
of the screen here.
Yeah.
This is against Michigan. Also, another really good tackler. That's LA
That's
Ram
also
Blake
a
Corum.
key as well. We had every guy that we highlighted, they had good tackling for.
Yep.
So
Not
yeah, we
that.
notice he has.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to quickly say that he has. If you notice, he has long legs, he has long arms.
Yep.
So his length.
Yeah, and he had a really good run grade too. He had a 70
Mhm.
run grade, so he had a really good run
Not
defense
that we
grade
want to
too.
count on corners to tackle guys like Saquon Barkley in the playoffs, but
Yeah,
our guys were just not even doing like they were just sticking an arm out and getting destroyed by
It's
and
not
safety.
it,
even that. It's also tackling receivers, especially like guys like
Screens
AJ
and
Brown.
yeah,
AJ Brown's a
dude,
physical
you know how
receiver.
many tackles a killer Witherspoon whiffed, dude?
too
Hmm.
many.
He whiffed so many, bro, and I just wanted it to be different next year.
Exactly.
So here's Ravel in the again run support against Blake Corum again. In fact, he gets blocked and still makes. Look at him get like wrecked by the
Yeah, he
tight
actually
end
he
coming
got
across.
clobbered here, but he still
By
makes the play.
that's Colston Loveland, I think.
Yeah, it is.
It
Gets
is
absolutely
18.
decked. Still makes the play behind line of scrimmage. I think
Oh,
he's
ECU played Michigan. That's crazy.
yeah. I think he's up here. This is last year, so this is the championship year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So last year meaning last football season, not this last one. Oh, so where
Oh
was
man,
he? I lost him.
This was a great
So
play.
he's at the bottom. He's right
that's
here.
tough.
He's backpedaling. This is pure instincts too, man. And look that length. You can't teach
That right
length.
there, if you don't have length there, that's a touchdown because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure whoever the receiver was wide open.
Yeah, we're gonna see another angle from this, I believe, and I think it
Mhm.
definitely would have been a touchdown. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, JJ actually throws a dime, and this is definitely a touchdown. Like that's just going straight to
Oh
his.
yeah.
That's
That's
going
100%
straight
a
to his
touchdown.
arms, and he's open.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's a touchdown saving play. And then again, next play. This isn't Corum, it's Edwards, but Edwards is the power back, by the way. Edwards was the power back of the duo.
Yeah.
Well,
And I mean, he's a cornerback, literally stuffing a power back. Now he got help, but he's the one who stood up and made that contact and stopped him in his tracks. That's what we need from a corner, man.
Exactly. I mean, look. You'll get help. Like guys will come and help you, but at least you make that initial contact.
Yep.
That's important
There's
as
another.
well.
Oh, this was a heads up play. So
Yep.
the
Everyone
ball
thought
was
that play was dead.
stripped,
Yeah.
and no one reacted. And
Mhm.
he got the ball and ran in for a touchdown while everyone was sleeping. And this is a 1 point game right now. So this is huge. This is just he doing what the coaches always say: you play till the whistle. He
Yep.
didn't hear a whistle.
Yep.
He kept playing, and the entire rest of the field just sat there, did nothing. So you watch.
I mean, that's good.
That's
That's great.
definitely a fumble, and
That's
everyone just
that's
like
game
you
awareness
see
right
him
there. I
just
mean,
yeah, man.
and sometimes that stuff can win you or lose your game, especially in like this was a tight game. You would need a big play,
This
and he made
happens
that
in the
big play.
playoffs a lot, man.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, for sure.
So I really like this play, and so he's right here. One of the reasons I like this play a lot is because there is a guy being blocked, and so he has to choose whether he wants to go to the outside or the inside, and he's just patient. He patiently waiting to see what the receiver is going to do. As soon as he gets it figured out, he goes to that hole, and again a stand up tackle. That guy didn't gain an inch after Rebel got there and made contact.
that's impressive.
He's strong too. He's a very strong physical corner. You see the tackling. That isn't your favorite tackling form. Even though he made contact high, you did see him then wrap around the waist, which is more fundamental form for tackling. So this is just a weird play, but
Yeah, this is a weird.
he's fast. So we didn't see his speed, but you can tell he's got some speed. So it was a fake punt, and they audibled into a play, and it didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like a side thing. This has nothing to do with him as a cornerback.
Mm.
But we notice he lined up a lot, on the edge, and blocking,
Yeah.
and the blocking for field goal attempts. And it's not speed, but like you said, it's length. So he can just get
the
the arm out
combination of
there.
the two, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he bends around the corner, puts that arm out there, and he can block field
So
goals.
here's another one of those plays, and here he is lined up kind of in the nickel of the slot corner spot, and he just blitzes, man. It looked like a wildcat thing, and he's just there. He has a bit of a cannon as far as like how much acceleration and burst he has. He seems pretty explosive in his speed.
Yeah.
Keeping up on the hip, deep, almost
man.
intercepted that ball.
It's great as well. He turned his head around. How many times do we see young corners don't turn their head
Yeah.
around, and then that's called a flag in the NFL?
And so, just so people are aware, because we talked about the East Carolina issue, right? He played against Michigan, who won the Natty, and then he's playing against SMU, which was an 11-3 team. They were top 25 ranked this season. They're not playing just scrubs. They're playing some schools that are talented.
Actually, I think that was SMU ended up being a good the following year. I think.
No, we
'Cause
looked it up. Remember,
this
they were
23
11-3 this year.
Yeah, so we looked at up
Oh, okay,
2023.
okay.
They're 11
Yeah.
and 3. So this year, this past year in the new playoff
Okay, okay,
format. They
okay,
made the
okay,
playoffs.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't know they was good 2 years in a row. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
2 years in a row, pretty solid. Another deep ball. Oh no, this is no, yeah, another deep ball, another breakup. And you notice he's not. They're not
Mhm.
creating separation. Like he's on the hip. He's
Yeah,
playing
he's on the
fundamental
hip.
football.
He's being sticky. You know.
Yeah.
Another deep ball attempt. That was almost picked off. And you see him. You see this guy like playing the short game, playing the deep ball, blitzing, run stopping. Again, another physical
He's
guy who
versatile.
does
Yeah.
everything.
Versatility is so important, especially that's something that we've lacked since Jalen Ramsey left.
Exactly. And one of the things that we want to say for those of you who might have noticed we had a pretty low grade on Will Johnson was that's why he lacked physicality and he lacked versatility. We saw him only thrive playing in zone. Whenever we watched him playing in man, he got cooked, especially by some of the better receivers like Roma Dunze and Marvin Harrison Jr. that he played against.
If you watch some clips in the national championship game, Roma Dunze kind of put him in the blender.
I would say that's fair. That's a fair statement.
Yeah.
Another solid defensive play on a deep ball, and then the length, the speed, block.
That's
kick.
like that's just explosion right there. He quickly gets off his stance and
He's
just
fast,
blocks it
man.
really well. Yeah, he's fast.
I wish
I
he
wish he
would've-
tested.
Yeah.
I wish he tested, but I have a good idea. Like his game speed would probably match his 40 time.
I believe just off of watching a ton of film, I would put him in the like 4.38, 4.39 speed.
Yeah.
I think that's where that's definitely what he looks like on film. Like we just watched Jahdae Brown at 4.39, right? He is at that speed and he's more explosive. He's quicker. Another blocked kick, bro. Hey, look, special teams guy. I would not be mad about it at all. Interception, dude. He uses his length really well.
Yeah, that's what I love as well. Sometimes guys they just don't use their length. They kind of just play smaller to their size. Like he plays like he's what 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah. Easy. Oh, he dropped it. That was a bad one, but he was in the right position.
Yeah, they're like you got to make the pick, but
yeah,
at least he's there in the right position.
He's at the top of the screen. Look at this D, bro. He's on the hip the whole time, and he picks this ball off. It's kind of hard to tell from that angle. Hopefully they show a replay, but that's the interception. It was a shallow throw, but yeah. He's on the hip, dude. The awareness, because he turned his head around really late, man.
Yeah,
that's great ball tracking.
Here he is against
great hands, everything.
State. Oh, flea flicker. Doesn't matter when Revel's there, man. Oh my gosh.
Oh man,
that's beautiful.
He cut that route
beautiful.
Off. Look at that, bro. Bad throw, bad decision, but you got to have a playmaker on the other side to make them pay.
He timed that up perfectly, jumped the route, and then got the pick six.
Hey, we need some of that too, bro.
We lack that playmaking.
How many times were quarterbacks making bad decisions against us and we didn't make them pay like this? We didn't take advantage.
Last year, the only guy in our secondary that was making big plays like that was Cam Kitchens.
Yeah,
like, we need this.
I can think about how much pressure and how many QB hits we got as the quarterback was releasing the ball. The ball kind of up for grabs, and then just like no one was able to make a play off that stuff. So getting a guy who's capable, and bro, that was pure instincts. That actually wasn't that bad of a throw. That would have been a completion without him reading that play so well.
He made a great play. He read it. He jumped the route perfectly. And
hey,
took it to the
when
house.
Fundamentals and instincts and athleticism all meet in one play, it's beautiful.
Yep.
Oh, there's one more? No, that's it. They always have some at the end here. Okay, so that's Javon Revel. You guys can see why we're interested in him. And even though he went to East Carolina, he had a couple games against some good guys. Next, we're going to be checking out Darian Porter. Now, Darian Porter is the physical freak of the draft. You guys see his RAS score at 999. So let's take a look at Darian Porter and all that he brings to the table. Now, first of all, his stats. Interestingly enough, he really didn't seem to become a full-time starter until this last season.
Yeah. So, like I was saying before, I got a lot of background information on him. So I guess I could just go through it right now since we already talked about it. So bear with me. So like you said, he played 64 games throughout his career at Iowa State.
Yeah.
He played. You can see on there he played receiver the first year he didn't really play at all, but he played receiver the next two. And the reason why you see the starts is because he just not started his last year, his 6th year, and he
Wow.
only started 7 games out of the 12 that he played.
Wow.
So majority of his career, he was a special teams ace.
So he went from
And
receiver, special
That's
teams
interesting.
guy to
he went,
corner.
yep, he went from
Yeah,
receiver,
Which,
straight
by
to
the way,
special
gives
teams,
you an idea of the kind
and
of
went
growth that he
corner.
can have, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and the special thing about him is when he's from Iowa, and in Iowa, if you the audience you want to go and do your own research, he was actually a track star. He broke so many records in high school in track, 400-meter dash, all these type of records he broke, 100-meter dash he broke. So that's just showing you how much of a freak he is. And like you said, from going from not playing at all to receiver to special teams, then his last year at corner finally started and then having a breakout year. To some people, that's like, it could be a
Negative.
blight on his thing, it could be a con,
It
but
is, yeah.
it's sort of positive to me because I love it's the same thing with Jordan Whittington.
Mhm.
Like Jordan Whittington started off as a running back, then went to receiver, then he got hurt, then had to build back up
Well,
again.
you know what it
I
is?
kind of like that underdog story
It's a
thing.
guy it's a couple things. It's just a guy who's just a football player, right? Like
Yeah.
he's multi-talented and he's just a football guy at heart. Number two, it's a
Mhm.
guy who had to overcome a lot of stuff. I mean, this guy got
Mhm.
here as a receiver, was told, "Hey, you're not good enough to be a receiver at the college level," and he worked hard to become a starting corner at Iowa State, and then flourished there. So there's a lot of perseverance. There's a lot of, and as you'll see here, there's a ton of athleticism. 4.340
Yeah.
is nutty speed.
Crazy.
He's basically 6'3", 195 pounds. He's a little skinny. 33 plus arms is insanely
Mhm.
long. This guy's length is crazy. He has an incredible explosiveness, incredible agility. I mean, this guy is an A plus tier athlete. And I actually do that makes me appreciate him even more to see the kind of story he had to go through to get to the point where he became a starter.
Absolutely.
So let's check out Darian Porter, Iowa State. Absolute monster of an athlete. Press man. Look, by the way, he's a good tackler. You know when he's a special teams tackler. That's how you. That's a good tackler.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mhm.
In special teams, especially when you're punt situations, kickoff, you have to be able to make strong tackles. And that's something we actually lacked recently.
By the way, instincts, bro. Instincts. This guy's again a film junkie. This is a trick play. So watch the way this play works out. They kind of look like they're going in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. Okay, it looks like a run play. He shoves this guy. He gets onto the running back. He realizes that it's a rollout play. And he goes, okay, who's breaking open? These two guys are both covered. The tight end is breaking free. He reads that play. He undercuts the right, uses insane length and height.
That's everything right there. That's reading the quarterback size, great instincts,
Especially-
awareness, and then
especially, yeah.
that's athleticism, jumping up, making the play. That's not that's not an easy play to make.
No, that right there tells you so much about the kind of player he is, to be honest. Now here he is on special teams. So we're gonna get another block kick. Hey, I don't mind this. Bro didn't even die for that. He didn't need to.
You know what's crazy about that? It didn't look like he even went 100%.
No, it didn't. He just got the right angle, man.
He got the right angle, put his arm out there, it's blocked.
He said, go gadget, field goal block. I love this dude. When it comes to it, I would love to draft this guy in the third.
And that's the thing. He's not being projected highly.
So
at all.
That's why I'm calling him a bit of a gem.
Here's the crazy thing, right? So on press man, he failed to get his hands on this guy, but that speed is unmatched. Like, look, so this guy actually gets a clean release, but it doesn't matter when you're that fast and that long.
That acceleration, losing the initial press battle, and then being able to flick your hips, and then gets
great
stride with the receiver is just amazing.
And then he almost a one-handed pick. He kind of rocked that in with one hand and then secured it with two. Playing off. Bro, he just seems hard to lose. He's fast. He's smart. That's some wild D right there, guys. Look at the replay of this one. Oh, they're not showing us replay. Oh no, this is the replay of that play.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, look at him stride for stride, and then his ability to undercut the route and jump.
Yep.
And, dude,
that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to stick on a guy's hip as soon as the ball comes towards the receiver. Then you jump and you time the play and you make a play.
Another good tackle. I would have preferred a cleaner angle, but tackle for loss, solid play.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of an unclean angle. I would have rather
He
him
kind of
take
he kind of took an
vertical.
early
Yeah.
south angle on it, a vertical
Yeah.
angle. So he kind of needed to stay
Punt block,
west.
bro. He's just scratching the surface of what he can become as a corner. But he's a special
Mhm.
teams guy. He's an athlete. Dude, this
Yep.
guy has
And that's the thing, right?
crazy
Like
potential.
we've seen in games where this is huge.
Look at
Getting
that.
block punts, getting block field
Yeah.
goals. He could change a game. We saw with the Chiefs as well.
Texas Tech, freaking shedding the block, making a tackle for loss. He's off screen right now. We'll see how this develops. Iowa was top 25 ranked school this year. Deep ball. How's he doing against the deep ball? That's a pick. That's a Hail Mary into game stuff, but
Yeah.
hey, people lose games on Hail Marys. You want to be able to do that. So there's not a ton of film, right? Because he played so little in college.
Yeah.
But you guys can see that there's crazy potential, right? He's super smart, super athletic. He uses his size well, all that stuff. So that's Therion Porter. Now we're moving on to the main attraction here, Benjamin Morris,
Mhm.
who is all of our favorite guy. Now he played at Notre Dame, where he got hurt this year, but you guys can see 3 years of really good production. I mean, you're talking about 9 interceptions, 18 pass deflections, and 2.5 years of starting at corner from his freshman year, by the way. Now, athleticism wise, he didn't test. He had a hip injury, which is what took him out for half the season. But he's 6 foot,
Yeah.
193 pounds, good size, decent arms, decent hands. He's strong. 17 bench presses is solid. And he's insanely athletic. Like, we're gonna watch the film, and
Oh.
you're instantly gonna be able to tell how athletic he is.
Does that turn you guys off a little bit? Because I did a little research on it, and he actually had hip surgery. That's the reason why he had to sit out for half the year. Does that concern you guys? Like injury,
If he was a
like
first
that?
round pick, yes, but he's not. And I don't think he had a hip replacement, did he?
I'm not sure. I just know
Was it
hip. I
just
could
was it
do some
just hip
extra research.
surgery? Yeah.
I
I
could do some
don't
extra
think
research
it's
on it
super
real quick.
serious where he's gonna I don't think he's not even expected to miss time, is he?
Yeah, he should
No,
be
they
back.
say
I
he should
mean,
be ready for like I think NFL training camp or something. Oh no,
Yeah.
he had a
should be ready.
labrum tear.
A labrum tear. So
Yeah,
I've never heard of that being like a super serious injury.
he had repair a torn labrum in his left hip. So I don't know how serious labrum tears are.
It says here that he had a private workout with the Steelers
Yeah,
recently.
that's what I'm looking at.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Yeah. So he had a private workout with he's had private workouts with several NFL teams. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he had a workout here. This isn't the he had a workout he did at the for by himself for teams.
You know, if you go down, I think you can see him right there moving. Actually, okay, no, there he goes right there. Oh, he's moving.
Oh yeah, he's moving.
Yeah, he looks healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks good. Oops. Okay, so he looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super concerned. I don't think that's an injury I've heard of that's being like repetitive or anything like that. So I'm not too
Yeah,
worried.
I think this is like a muscle thing instead of like anything
For
structural.
me, dude,
You know,
it just means he
muscle.
drops further and we get a better deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That helps with
He's probably a first round pick if he doesn't get hurt, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So let's watch some Benjamin Morrison. Nice circles here lined up at the bottom. By the way, that's Marvin Harrison Jr. he's lined up against. Does not matter. In fact,
One thing
he
you're gonna
cooked Marvin Harrison in this game.
One thing you're gonna notice about him that is he's completely different and he separates himself from the other guys. Why we like the most is his just acceleration and quickness is insane in his footwork.
He's got amazing footwork, but also he's really, really, really.
He's super sticky. Like
that's
he
funny.
just
That's another play where he got beat at the line of scrimmage. He did not get that was a clean release. He tried and whiffed, but he's physical. Within the 5 yards, he was still able to get his hands on it and slow up that route. And then he undercuts.
Look at the acceleration
He's
here.
fast,
Like I guarantee if he tested his 10-yard split would be elite.
He's in the 4.3s at a 40, and yeah, his 10-yard split probably would have been elite. He's very fast.
The acceleration I love it. It's amazing.
This angle shows off the speed really well. He's just gone.
Top of the screen.
Top of the screen, Caleb Williams. Bro, by
That
the way,
right there is one of the hardest routes to.
100%.
That's the slant.
Short slant at the
Quick
goal
slant.
line.
Mhm.
Very hard to defend. But he actually
That
gets
shows
his,
like
he gets his outside, his left arm in there,
yeah,
and knocks the ball out.
his left arm knocks him out. And it's how like that it showcases that quickness, his footwork,
Nice
his
little
ability
blitz,
to stay
bro.
with the receiver.
Look how explosive
He's
he
so
is,
fast,
guys.
man. It's insane.
Look how much
Super
he,
insane.
dude. I wouldn't mind a guy who can blitz off the edge with that kind of speed. That's beautiful. And that ended up being
Like you
a
said, stuff like that changes games.
strip sack
It does
fumble
change game.
that ended up
Yeah.
being a TD. Yeah, that's a game
I mean,
changer.
we were trying to do cornerback blitzes with Akila Witherspoon. He obviously doesn't have that acceleration
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Morrison does.
Yeah, we did with Kobe Durant too.
Yeah.
Kobe Durant, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's press.
Against Marvin Harrison Jr.
That's Marvin Harrison
By
as
the
well.
way,
Look at that.
With the
He's
hips.
step for step, stride for
Dude,
stride with
on the
Marvin
hip.
Harrison.
Yeah, watch this again.
That's impressive.
Press man against Marvin does
Open
not
the
get
hips.
beat at all.
Right there.
There's one thing we'd like to see him clean up a little bit. He's a little bit handsy, but as long as it's not egregious, like I don't think anything there would have
Yeah,
required a
Not
penalty.
necessarily that play. There's nothing egregious. Yeah.
But he's
Here
but
again,
it's physicality,
physical.
man. He's a quarter who uses his hands a lot. Great interception, bro.
He's just bullying receivers. That's what he's doing. It's like I'm just better than you. That's basically what he's saying.
Cuts
I'm better
that
than you.
out
I'm gonna
and
bully
catches
you.
that ball. I mean, watch. He's stride for stride,
Yeah,
physical.
great physicality.
there's no
Jumps the
penalty there.
route. No, there isn't.
He's the
Absolutely
guy
not, 'cause
I'm
there
telling
is-
you. Receivers hate being covered by
the
that guy.
receiver, because the receiver also engaged with him as well,
Again,
so it's not a penalty.
Marvin Harrison Jr. on a short slant route, guys. That's Marvin Harrison Jr. Freaking top 10 pick. Slant route. No problem. Dude,
Incredible
he's the real
defense.
deal. He's the real deal, guys. See another good player. Again, just why are you even throwing over there? He's got that guy beat. Like
Just it's just I can't get over like because we lack this so badly in our current team. It's just guys who are able to stick on the hip of the receiver and just be there.
Can you fathom going from Akila Witherspoon and Darius Williams to Benjamin Morrison and Jalen Ramsey at corner?
It's straight. That's straight night and day. Like
Oh my
that
God.
transforms. That transforms our secondary from below
the ball out
average
again.
to bad to almost like
Look
if
at this.
Morrison pans out, like
He's
it could
really
be
good at
borderline
knocking
elite.
balls out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
he just
the size we would
Physi-
have. I mean, think about it. Morrison's what
Mhm.
6'1", Ramsey's 6'3". They're both physical. They're both strong. They're both fast. Like that.
yeah.
That's a nightmare. And then you talk about our front seven. Dude, can you imagine leaving this draft with Morrison and Stutzman? Our defense would actually be like top 3 in the
Man,
NFL.
I might cry actually if that happens.
I would cry, man. That is,
I might
that is-
actually cry.
That would be life changing. Imagine our front. We right now we have a great front 6. Then you add in Stutzman into that front 7, and then you put him and then Jalen. I mean, we have a top 3 defense in the works there.
Oh, for sure. Like the potential there is insane.
Because what you do there is you got the front 7's obvious, but in the secondary you have Jalen CB1, Morrison CB2. You put Kobe in the slot, and then you put D Will in the nickel.
You know what? Another
and
thing
then you
as
have the
well.
2 safeties.
Ramsey's the perfect guide for him to learn from
Dude,
as well.
100%.
He
Yeah.
shows those same traits and physicality.
He
Like,
does. Look at
he
that,
pr-
bro. That length. See, the way he uses his body, the way he uses his physicality, like, he really is elite in the way, like, so watch. This, he keeps an arm on the guy, and then he uses his length to make sure the ball is caught. Like, that is elite.
that's potentially like if the receiver makes that catch, it's a touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
He's against Ohio State again.
This is Now this one was a weird highlight.
Yeah.
The
It seemed like he was
play
trying to
he
tap the
made
ball
was
in,
earlier, right? It's in taking away the option.
Yeah.
He didn't
So
really.
I'm
do
pretty sure
anything.
that's Ibuka. He cuts him off, and then
Now, he just makes play after play, man. He is really talented. And after this, we'll take a look and see where again another
Again, then
great
we see
defense on the
there
short slant.
the footwork, the short air quickness, ability to be sticky, stays on the hip, makes the play. Puts his hand in there.
So yeah,
It's
watch
wraps.
watch the footwork. Keep your eyes on his feet, bro. He never gets turned around. He never get that was a great route by the way, and it did
Yep.
not make a difference. He's just solid. Good physical. And then again, it's another one where he passed the ball to that guy when he wasn't open at all. He's at the top there. Is this a blitz? It might be a blitz. No. Great defense again. That was a pick.
Oh man.
That was a
That
pick,
was a pick,
bro.
yeah.
Look at that's closeout speed, bro.
Yep.
That was pure speed. It was a little bit
He's like
thrown behind, but he just sped up and got in there and undercut that route, bro. That's the kind of ball we need from our corners, man.
mhm.
Physical
Those
playmakers.
are difference makers for sure.
Bro, he ain't falling for
It's a
that.
fake rollout.
Great
He reads
form
it instantly,
tackle.
makes a tackle. Yeah.
Bro, he read this the whole way. I think that was his man anyway.
He came from the other side as well.
I
Like
think
he
that was
came
his.
through
I think it was man on man, and that was his guy. But
Yeah.
still, keeping up through all the traffic is awesome. Caleb Williams, what are you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna throw a pick to my guy Benjamin Morris. Caleb didn't throw a lot of picks in college, man. He wasn't giving
didn't.
the ball away. Look at that. By the way, I forgot about that.
He's just reading. Yeah, he's just reading.
He's-
This entire time, he's
Yeah,
reading
watch
Caleb's
the
eyes.
second So
Yeah.
watch. Keep your eyes on Morrison here.
hmm
He placed his guy perfectly. His guy got nowhere. He's still on the sideline here. Caleb's trying to make something happen, and he's reading the play. He's waiting. He baited Caleb into this interception. He was watching it the whole time, and then just jumped the route. Easy pick. He was baiting Caleb the whole time. Watch him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna stay on my man." Just kidding. That's elite right there, man. This is a snow game, and it's very hard to see, but it's just him making a great tackle on the screen. Or did he pick that off? Oh, he picked
We
that
could have
off.
used this against the Eagles.
Yeah, we could have. He picked that ball off. That was tipped, and he ended up.
That's not
diving
easy
and
to
picking
make
it
as well
off.
with the low
No, watch.
visibility.
He dove and picked that bad boy off right off the ground.
It's not easy. Like especially in those cold games, the ball is hard like a rock. It's
So
like
are
a
your
brick.
hands.
Exactly. Your hands
That
are also
screen-
bricks.
Another great form tackle, dude. This guy is the whole package. He's crazy athletic,
hmm
but this is the most sticky physical receiver. He plays a lot of man, a lot of press man, which is what we were talking about. Remember press man with his front seven and how much pressure
Yep.
we generate.
Yep.
Finally, we've been talking about it all season. Then they finally did it in the playoffs, and look how well it worked against Minnesota. Press man with some exotic blitzes worked out again. He has great timing on knocking these balls.
That's the thing.
out,
Like
man.
even if like a receiver beats him, he has that recovery speed and the acceleration, the quickness to make up for that.
Yeah, that was great defense as well. His ability to work through traffic is really nice. Press man again, stride for stride, done. He's so good at getting his hand right in there where it needs to be. So good. That wasn't an example of it, obviously, but this guy's well covered. They're throwing to guys. He also is good at like sneakily being like, this is borderline a hold. Look at the way he holds the shoulder, but he doesn't
Mhm.
tug the jersey in a way where it's really visible. You know,
And that's the thing, right? You'll see in the NFL level guys or experience who
Every
know
play.
what they're doing. You'll see that because you can get away with that stuff. Like you just can't make it look egregious.
All
That's
right,
the point.
so let's see where all these guys are getting drafted. Then we'll head over to our mock draft. Right. So first,
Oh, yeah.
Dave Brown, I believe, is going top 15
Yeah.
average. Yeah, he's at 15 right now. So
Yep.
we'll have to trade up if we want to get Jahdae Brown. Wouldn't be mad if we did it though. He's a very talented player, and he's going to be good at the NFL level. Next, we've got Siobhan Ravel, and he is looking like, I believe he's going in the third, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think it's early third.
That's a steal.
No,
You get him.
39th.
it's-
He's going early second now.
Oh, he's going early
Oh.
second.
Okay, so
Hmm.
Interesting.
so we would have to trade if we traded back. Siobhan Ravel would be a guy that we could.
That's the thing though, like that can vary though, because depending if he
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 could
could
definitely
fall into
drop.
the second. He could definitely drop. I can see him dropping into the late second, third.
Darion Porter is a guy who's going late. think it was third.
Yeah, no,
he's
Porter's going
third.
later.
Early
Yeah, he's
third,
third.
but still third. And
Yeah.
then Benjamin Morris is going mid second.
Yeah.
Well, that's
He
a
probably,
steal right there.
and that's the thing though, right? He's a first round talent. He probably would be a first rounder if he didn't get hurt. And
Mhm.
that benefits us
Well,
as
so
well.
he was
Especially if
being
we
mocked
trade
in
back.
the 20s
Yeah.
earlier, but this is 117. This is still after his injury. He's
If
dropped.
we
because of
this
that injury.
benefits us because if the Rams, there's a high chance that we trade back and we can get guys like this. That's what we're talking about, right? Like we feel like this draft, there's a lot of guys in the first round that are being overrated. There are talented guys that are well rated, like obviously
Totally.
Tyler Warren, for example. But we can get guys like Morrison, guys like Stutzman. If we trade back and we get those picks around the
can get
third
even more
round,
of
the
them.
second round, exactly around that range for sure.
All right, so you guys ready to do a mock draft? So just to wrap
Yeah,
up,
baby.
these are the 4 guys we're looking at. First round pick, second, third. That's who we're looking at and when we're looking at them. All right, mock draft time. We're going to go 7 rounds, slow as the LA Rams. Now, before we start, do we have any interest in trading up or do we want to stick and potentially trade back? I would rather trade back than up, personally.
Yeah. If somebody drops and it's like a special case, if somebody drops, I would possibly think about doing it.
So let's take a
We're
look
doing
at how it
slow
goes.
drafts with them. If somebody
so you
drops.
you can pause. So let me know if you want to pause it. Okay, Cameron Ward, Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter. Pretty standard stuff so far. Armand going
Membu
fourth.
and Earth. That's the thing though, right? That can happen.
If a
It
team
absolutely
needs,
can because
yeah.
the Patriots need tackles.
Membu
well,
is
they would take Will
elite.
Campbell, but that's
They'll probably take Campbell, but that would be a
Mason
surprising bet.
Graham,
Membu's also good.
Will Campbell.
Yeah.
Now, see, I would swap these two because the Patriots need a left tackle, and
Yeah, no.
remember
So, yeah,
the
Will
Jets
Campbell,
just drafted Olu last year.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's a
I
left
did
tackle.
draft Olu.
So I would
Yeah.
swap these and have Will go on to the Patriots because they need a left tackle, and then
That
the
makes
Jets
sense.
actually need a right tackle. Imagine
Yeah.
Olu and Armand on the ends of that old line, bro. That would be sick.
Yeah.
So Tet going. Oh, we have Kelvin Banks going here. That makes sense. We have T-Mac going to the Saints. I don't think
Yeah,
that
he's-
makes a lot of sense, but I do kind of get it because
He's expected to be the first receiver to go off the board.
yeah, but the Saints need some.
the Saints, yeah, he doesn't. I
The
want to say
Bears
he'll
are
go to
definitely
the
going to take
Saints.
Alshon Jeffy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Niners,
Well,
Julian,
Hey, that makes sense too.
it does.
That makes a lot of sense for them, because he's kind of a hybrid guy, right? They have Jelon Walker kind of being a guy that's like an edge rusher.
He's
like
an
Michael
edge.
Parsons
Yeah,
kind
he can
of
play.
guy.
He can play off ball. He can play on ball. He can do both.
So
yeah.
that's a good guy to have on the other side of Bosa. Shermar Stewart, edge for the Cowboys, guy to play across from Parsons. Tyler Warren to the Dolphins makes some sense, although they have Juno Smith right now, so you'd have a dual tight end system. I mean, if you just did 2 tight ends, you did Tyreek Hill on one side and you did Waddle on the other. That's a crazy.
Those are two athletic tight ends, so they can play.
Loveland
those
going.
roles.
See, I might have considered trading up to 13 to get Warren, but I don't hate that we didn't get him. Now,
Yeah.
Shador's still on the board. Would you guys trade up for Shador?
That's what I was looking at.
See, that's the
If-
thing, right? So this is interesting right here. So there's a couple guys.
Golden, Shador,
There's
yeah.
Shador. There's Matthew Golden. That's the other
And
guy.
Janae
that kinda
Brown's
popped
still
out
on
to
the
me.
board.
And Brown is still there.
You
So
guys
this
want
is
to
where
wait to
now.
20 and see who's left still?
Yeah, let's go to 20.
Yeah, let's wait for 20. So we'll see.
Okay, Jadae's
Yeah.
gone. But I'm cool with
Jadae's-
that.
That's fine.
Golden is gone.
Yeah.
Shador's gone. So at this
Okay.
point, I'm looking like I'm going to trade down because the
Yeah.
guys I really wanted in the first round are gone.
Yeah. Now.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
Now
agree.
they've been traded.
Harmon.
Because you saw Seattle trade up for him. And,
Ibuka's gone.
yeah.
Hey, that'd be a crazy trio. A-Rod ends up signing with Pittsburgh, and they have Ibuka. They have
That's actually a good fit because they're
Pickens
lacking
and DK Metcalf. Can you imagine that?
they're
Trio?
lacking a slot receiver, so he actually fits.
That would be a crazy trio for A-Rod to play with.
And we talked about it with Ibuka, right? Ibuka is not a number 1, but he would fit in a good receiver.
Have y'all seen this Nick guy?
Um,
I heard about him. I heard that he was.
I've heard about him. I haven't watched safety film. That's
Hold on,
the
before
thing.
we
He
move
gets
on.
mocked. He gets mocked to us a lot.
He does,
mocked
and
to
he's
us a
so.
lot.
My buddy introduced me to him today, and we didn't watch safeties, but this guy is a freak of nature. I'm waiting for this because it's worth it. He had a perfect RAS score, but he's also massive. he's a bit of a tweener in the fact that he's too big for a safety. He's too small for a linebacker, but he's also crazy strong and crazy fast. So that kind of overcomes the tweener aspect. This is not. It's never gonna load, is it? So let's go back here. Mikel Williams, edge to the Packers. Okay, so right now, I'm trading out, guys.
Yeah, no, I'm for sure trading
There's
out.
no one in this. So let's just so there's Jackson Dart. If we really wanted to get a
that's an
quarterback,
option.
there's Jackson Dart. Okay.
Connerly's there,
this
Burden's there.
Okay, this loaded. I want to show you guys this guy real quick before we move on. Can I get his name here? Let's just copy this name and I'll show you guys what this guy looks like. But he's pretty nutty and he's worth just looking at for fun. But he had a 10 RAS score. But look at, so he's a safety, strong safety. 32.5 inch arms, 6'3", 220, 20 bench press reps. Dude, so
6'3" to 20 bench.
He had a 4.3 at 220 pounds.
I'm not gonna lie. I need to watch his tape, but
wait, is that what's that vert? Is that a 4.3
That's
vert?
a 43-inch vertical and
Holy crap.
over 11 foot broad.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to watch him in my own time.
Listen, if he's really like that, I wouldn't be mad if we switch some guys around, like put Cam in the box or put
him in the box. Look at how big he is. And
he's not deep safety?
No,
he's
a strong safety.
Oh, strong safety. I'm tripping.
You guys want to watch him real quick?
How long is the video? Is the video super long?
We could probably find a 5-minute one. Let's see.
Yeah, we can quickly watch him.
See if we can find one. 4 minutes. Let's check out a 4-minute video of this guy. See what he's got on. Because he could be a guy we go after in the first round. I think that's worth watching. So he's right here. Oh, that's speed, bro. That's pure speed. What the heck was that guy throwing to?
I don't know.
Do you guys see this? There's not a receiver within 20 yards of this first.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was crazy. Did he return it for a touchdown? Is he that kind of fast? Yeah, he is. Okay, he's crazy fast.
Bro, he even looks big from this angle. He looks
huge. Got a bit of hit.
Great.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Okay, he's being blocked too. Oh my god. Yeah, he's athletic, bro. He reminds me of like a big version of Brian Branch a little bit.
Hey man, we talked about versatility, right? This is versatility.
What a stop, bro. Wow.
God, in a fumble. That's a walk-in touchdown 90% of the time.
Hey, I like him as a sub linebacker, box safety, bro.
Yeah, man.
Remember last year when we were, obviously because we had Rosewoom and we were talking about in the playoff game for the Eagles, we're talking about potentially putting Curl as a hybrid linebacker. Well, I remember I was mentioning it. I feel like this guy, he could play that easily. He can play in the box. He can play hybrid. He can even play,
Hey, speaking of, Benjamin Morris in the star would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be mad about that at all. So that's a side note. But
South Carolina defense was really, really good too.
So what's interesting that I find really interesting is that he's a man.
Bro, he's a man. Like that's a man amongst boys. That's what it is.
I find it interesting that one of the issues we have with Cam is that Cam Curl specifically is that he really is he is a bit of a problem when he plays deep safety. This guy looks like he could do deep safety, not full time, but like if he has to go back there for a handful of plays,
Cam is not really that level of an athlete where he can play deep safety. This guy's not. Look how fast he is. Like holy crap.
So he would be better in that sense than Cam Curl too, where he wouldn't be a liability as a deep safety. Cam can be a liability at deep safety. He's a great tackler, man. And you see the athleticism, shedding the bro. That was a real block shed right there, dude. He was even being held. From what
he was being held, and he still made the tackle. That's true.
By the tight end 45. Look at it. He's being held. Look, he's totally being held the whole time and still made the tackle. That's grown man strength, bro. He seems to have really good instincts, even in coverage too. Like watch him read it right here. Oh, that was last ball. He read it well, and that sideline to sideline speed, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
he got it.
Again, just
moved him out the way, tackle. Yeah,
bro, he's good. his run support game is solid,
He's,
bro.
he has good footwork as well. Like his sidestepping is really good.
Yep. Hey, if you wanted to get him and play him at linebacker, I wouldn't be mad about that. I'd want
I'm
him
not
to bulk
against
up a little
that.
bit, 220
Oh
small.
man, what the heck?
I'm not against that, but yeah, I mean,
I would
it's
rather him be
fine.
a sub linebacker, box safety.
I
He's
think
the proper
he's.
size.
I would say. That's what I would say. Like I was talking about the Cam Crow role. I would say he would be perfect that sub linebacker, box to box safety, line of scrimmage. Like he can play. We can put him like in different positions. Like
Yeah.
he's versatile for that reason. That's why I would pick him because of that versatility.
Bro, that's Luther Burden, by the way.
That's what the Bird. Bird is not an easy guy to tackle. He
Yeah.
can shake
at
tackle.
all.
Yeah.
Bro, he is good. That
Good
silent
tracking.
speed.
Boom. He tackles like a linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the Rams want to get creative on defense, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not mad at
you know
this.
what he reminds me
Oh.
of? He's like a Savion Williams of the defense, is what he is. He's like a Swiss
yeah.
Army knife, bro. He can do everything.
Mhm. Yeah, but that's basically what he
And
is.
he
yeah.
has insane athleticism, just like Savion does. He's the Savion Williams of defense. I like it.
That's a great tackle, dude.
Great tackle.
Oh my
Joe, you were saying like you've seen a lot of the mocks.
Look at that,
online.
bro.
People are mocking him to us, basically, right?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people mocking him to us.
Have we visited him at all?
Him and-
Like
him
at
and,
meetings with him?
Him and Malachi Starks,
Yeah.
the other safety from Georgia. But have we? Let me see. Let me see if we had visits with him.
All right. Let's go back to the mock. We have some trade offers real quick while he's pulling that. Okay.
So
Wow, that's a crazy trade. That's not realistic at all. You see that?
that's not happening. We get Detroit's 28th, and we get a second next year, and we just give them 26 and 127.
127, so I think a fourth, maybe? A late fourth?
That's a four. That's a four.
So
That's
we just to move up 2 spots and a fourth, they're giving us a second next year. That doesn't seem realistic at all. Let's see what other
I don't know if I would even do that.
58 and we would do it. Move down 2 spots for a second next year. I'd do that.
Yeah, but if we just looking at, I guess, yeah.
58 and 2 future seconds. I'm not really interested in that. I want stuff this year mostly. Oh, now that
Bingo.
I like.
That's a trade. That's a
Bingo.
trade.
Are we
'Cause
accepting that?
I'm accepting that.
Dropping
Yeah,
down
because-
6 picks? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're dropping. It's not just. We're also getting that second rounder as well. We don't have a second rounder.
Oh, I'm doing that. You ready?
Easily.
Yep,
Yeah.
for sure. I'm doing it.
Okay. We're going edge.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Booker.
That's
The Lions have
fine.
taken edge. Okay.
Just
Josh
Okay, that makes
Simmons.
sense. They just
Oh,
lost their
it-
guy.
It does.
Amos went.
Marion
Hampton went-
Hampton. Okay. Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense for them too.
They need a running back.
Well, I think Pacheco's
This
on
is
the
tough,
last year
bro.
of his deal, his rookie deal.
Yeah,
Bro, look who's available. This is tough, bro.
this is
tough.
actually kind of tough here.
This
You
is
got
tough.
you got Dart, you got Conley, you got Burden.
You got Trevon Henderson. You got
So let's
Yeah.
split it down by offense and defense.
this is
Yeah.
tough.
So we still have
It's kind of specific. So quarterback wise, we got Dart. That's the only guy at this point
that you would consider
potential-
taking.
I would consider
Yeah.
taking.
Travion
Yeah.
is the only running back I'd consider taking.
Running back. I don't know if I would go running back first.
I wouldn't even know if I would go running back this early.
Luther
That's
is
the thing.
really tempting.
Luther's
tempting as
Luther's
hell.
like the tempting pick. Yeah, he's like the
no
tempting
tight
pick.
ends.
No.
No.
Connerly's a little bit tempting. but
Connerly, maybe.
Connerly's interesting. But I
I'd
don't
rather
know.
just wait for Trapillo. or
Yeah, that's the thing
Williams.
though, right? Because here I want to get a guy who's a starter who would start now.
So on
Like that.
defense, we've got. Yeah, I'm not taking a linebacker.
We
Now,
don't have to
taking
get
corner,
no linebacker.
I think it's a little bit of a reach for Ravel or Morrison.
Yeah,
It is. It is.
So
it is.
it's really dark.
So here's the
Dart or
here's the
Burden,
thing,
really.
right? I think it's Dart. I think this is Dart, to be honest with you.
Ooh.
Because we literally get Dart that falls into our laps. On top of that, we
That's
traded
tough
back.
to pass up on, Joe.
Like
It
I don't
is,
think
it is, dude.
I don't
It is.
think because it's crazy enough that Dart dropped here after we traded back as well.
I'm
And
thinking.
then also, it's some receivers that's deep in the draft that I've
Exactly.
been keeping my
It's
eye.
like, and I
keep my eye on.
guarantee if we had this pick, we trade back here.
Now,
we will
what
have
about
phone
waiting for
calls-
Dylan
phone
Gabriel?
calls coming through? That's potential.
Now let's see.
Now
Though,
that's pretty smart.
where's Dylan
Dylan's
Gabriel
supposed,
going?
Dylan's supposed to go like third, fourth round.
Dylan is actually being mocked in the
Bro.
late, bro.
That's 6th round.
He's being mocked in the third. and we don't
The-
obviously we
all,
don't view him
all
as
the
that.
mocks, all the mocks I've been doing, he's been there like the fourth round every time.
So,
So
do
here's
we
the
get
thing, though,
Dart
right?
or do we wait for a guy like Dylan Gabriel or
That's a question, right? I would first ask
Will
this:
Howard?
what is Dart the only guy you would draft at this pick? Is there anyone else you would draft here?
Burden.
Luther Burden, I'll draft
Burden,
Luther.
right? So that's the thing. Do we go after Burden or Dart, or do we trade back again and get more picks?
So it would be like, do we have better options? Do we have more options at QB or more options at receiver?
Yeah,
options
we
at
have more.
receiver, I
We have more options at receiver. That's for
Receiver,
sure.
so Dart probably should be the move then.
It's hard to argue with that, man. Let's take Dart.
Dart's a smart pick. Yeah.
You got to resume it. You got to resume the
Yeah.
draft.
We already did a trade. We're not going to do two.
Yeah,
Although
we're not.
it's not crazy. People do two. Although that's not a trade I'm trading.
Yeah. No.
Nah, I'm not going to trade.
That's the
it.
first one.
Bro, what is that?
Okay, Jackson Dart, man.
Jackson Dart, you
That-
are around, my
That's
friend.
the Ram.
Let's go. I'm not
That-
mad about that.
That'd be crazy,
either.
man. Especially him dropping based off how much he's being hyped. Like
Ravel's gone. Okay.
Jalen Murrow to the Giants.
That's funny.
crazy.
Dude, look at the top of the second.
Connor,
And
bro,
possibly
talent everywhere. That's what I'm talking about, bro. So much talent.
This is where we'll do our work. In the second and third round is where the Rams will do the work. 'cause
Now
there's so
hold
much
on. Do we
talent.
want to trade up?
So yeah, I would say pause it here. Pause
So
it. Let's
the main
Oh,
guys we would
let's
trade
go.
up for is this, right? Is
If
Travion
Luther Burden keeps
Henderson,
dropping,
Luther
Burden is
Burden,
dropping, by the way.
and then
Yeah.
on
he
the
keeps dropping.
I would wait for one of the tackles. But look on the other
Cameron-
side.
Cameron Williams is honestly the guy
Benjamin
that I'm looking
Morris.
for at this point. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's go forward. Let's go to 50 and see what's there. Okay, sound
Yeah.
good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good. That's a good one. Right there.
Because there's three guys I want to take. I don't think they're all three good.
Luther
goals.
about to go real soon. He about to go real
He
soon.
might go to the
Yeah.
Cowboys.
There's no way he doesn't get picked here.
Hey,
He's about to go real soon.
guys falling after bad years happens though. It's not crazy. to
happens,
think
yeah.
who's gonna fall.
Oh, for
It
sure.
does.
No, I feel like this is one of the draft this year. We can see guys falling. Like,
Agreed.
there's a lot of guys who
Well,
are in
think
that
about
tier.
this though. We live in a world where Brian Branch fell. Guys fall crazy all the time. Makes no sense. It's so common. And think about it. Luther had a quote unquote healthy season where he didn't look like the same guy. He's exactly the kind of
Yeah,
guy that would
he had
fall.
a statistically down year. Yeah, basically.
Well,
Yeah.
significantly though. He like his stats.
Yeah,
were cut
he
in
did
half.
it. And that's the thing that benefits us 100%.
Exactly. Oh, Higgins is gone. That's
Higgins
early.
went. Higgins.
I
huh?
could see that too because he's an athletic freak of nature.
He tested well, so it's possible.
Oh, I'm not.
That'd
mad
be
about
crazy,
That. Oh,
dude.
that would make me so happy, bro. That would make me so happy. He's our lowest graded corner going to the 49ers.
That's reach. Yeah.
This next pick is.
Oh!
Oh,
that
corner.
hurt.
Oh,
Hey,
that
hey.
hurt.
That puts a fire
But-
under us though because of Benjamin Morris, guys.
Morrison is like, you know what? I'm getting being picked. These guys being picked ahead of me. No, that's good.
Okay, so right now 50. Let's do one more and then. Okay, bro. I think we traded
Okay,
up for Morris.
Seattle,
But
that kind of
Luther's still on the board too. What's a bigger
It's
need
tough.
though?
This is super duper tough.
This is
I
tough.
go,
because
I go
based off-
Morrison just because corner's a
it's-
bigger need.
It's based off want and need. Because Luther
It's like-
Burden,
My thing is like this. It's so many other receivers that I like.
I agree.
You got Savion.
yeah,
Well, you
that's
got
the thing, though, right?
Jalen
We
Noel.
can-
You got
we can
Jalen
pick-
Royals.
We can pick guys
You
a
got
bit
Beck.
later.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Oh, dude,
we want to trade up right now, or we want to give it a few more? Just chance it. Maybe to 4, maybe to 55.
yeah, chance it.
Chance to just give it a bit of a chance. Take it.
Judkins. Wait,
I'm
hold
getting
on.
a bit scared.
Travion's still on the board too. Holy
Trey
Dude, I'm
Wilson-
telling you, it's so much there. Dude.
Okay, Burden is
Oh,
gone.
Burden went.
with Cooper Cup, that's dope.
I'm nervous. Okay, Jalen Noel. Oh, Burden and Cooper Cup. Yeah, and
Yeah.
JSN.
JSN.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a
gonna
crazy.
be a crazy trio.
That's a crazy trade.
Bro, I feel like we got to trade.
I think we
Dude,
trade now.
Hold on, bro. The
I
way
just
it's
don't want to.
looking- The way it's looking, some guys might fall right to us though.
Because right now you have Travion, no receivers. I want to take no guys here, no guys here. Travion, Schweschinger if we wanted to go crazy, or the boot.
Bro.
I don't want to miss
I think
out
we
on
gotta-
Benjamin
I think
Morris,
we-
bro.
I think we gotta go
Guys
Morrison,
might-
man.
Guys
we
might
gotta-
fall, bro.
Because there's other linebackers we
Let's
could
see
get.
what we
later.
got to do. Okay, so the Bills,
Who's the Bills? Okay, look
they're
at
up. Right
I don't think
now.
it should be anything crazy to trade up here because we're
We
pretty
give
close.
64. Heck, let's give 64 and a future third to move up just 14 spots. That's fair, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
But Oh, then we'll keep 90. Oh yeah, that's 64 we about to have. I'm tripping. Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
So you're talking about moving up 14 spots and giving up a future third.
They're not gonna accept that though.
Yeah.
Oh, they did? Oh,
I think
okay.
that's realistic too, to be honest.
Now,
Okay,
hold on.
okay.
Before you pick, hold on.
You want Travion so bad.
I love Trevion, but listen, we don't have to do that though.
All right, what are you talking
Okay,
about?
you got Benjamin. Yeah, go Benjamin. Go Benjamin. Go Benjamin.
Because
I
there's
think
no
we
one
gotta
out,
go
like
Ben.
at safety we can wait for Stutzman, we can wait for
Yeah,
Buchanan.
we good.
I
We
think
good.
the only
We
guy
good
Even
on
at
who's
this.
running
little-
back, right? You missed out
I
on
think
Scatabo,
I
You got
think
Giddens. You got Giddens. You got Scatterbo. You got all of them.
and you
Yeah,
I think
got
the only guy
Jaden
that's left
Blue.
at corner is the East Carolina guy. Everyone else
yeah.
that we liked is gone
Yeah,
at
that's
this
You're
true.
good.
point.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
So
We're good. We're good.
All right.
I think we have to go Morrison at this
All
point.
right,
Like
check.
we don't really have an.
Hold on. What does that?
You want to see
68.
68,
Nah,
86. No, thank you.
Okay.
nah, no. All
Let's
right,
go,
DJ
Benjamin.
Morrison. He's a Ram.
Oh,
Let's go.
baby.
Hey, we got Jackson Dart and Morrison. I'm happy right now.
Okay, so when's
Can you
our
speed
next
this up?
pick? 101 is
You got
our
90.
next pick.
Hey, Travion is still on the board, by
You
the way. I feel
you
like
got
he might
90.
go soon though.
You
Hey,
got 90.
So
Do we
You
let
got
wanna
90.
we're not gonna trade into the second again. Let's
No.
wait till the third
Let's-
and see what.
Yeah, we'll
goes.
wait. We'll see. We'll see.
Travion's gone.
Oh, now
got-
we went.
We got 90 actually.
Do we have 90?
Yeah, we have 90
Where do you see that at? Oh, we do.
right there.
Nine-
Why it say next pick's 101?
It's right there.
Oh,
on
I see.
the,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's go back up. Let's let it play for a bit, actually. Schwetzinger, okay.
Schwarzenegger went.
That's
fine.
crazy. To the Bills. That's fire.
Yeah. Actually, him and Matt Milano on the same,
That's
the
a
same
nice
linebacking
duo.
crew.
That's a nice
fire.
duo, man.
Because we gave them our pick, they got to pick back to back. Interesting. Them beefing up that linebacking core. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, I like where this is headed. Right now, I feel good about waiting. To be honest.
Tyler Slow went.
Yeah, Tyler Show's gone. No, we weren't interested in him. Kyle Williams, interesting. Mason Taylor, tight end. Okay.
How about Trevor Lawrence?
Eris, dude. So
Aristry went.
we have 3 picks. We have 2 picks in the third, right?
Yep.
90 and 101.
Yep. 90, 101. Yep.
So there's some guys to take here.
And if we want to, we could even trade up again because we have some
Arroyo?
4th rounders. Yeah.
It's true. Okay, Fannin is gone. It's not a bad spot for him.
Yeah, they sent him to hell.
Yeah, it's going well. So let's take a little pause here at 80 and we'll kind of read.
That's
Giddens is
what the
gone.
hell.
Get into Cowboy. I don't want him on the Cowboys.
Let's pause here after 80 and we'll take it. We'll
Manor went.
reassess where we're at here. Okay, so Beck is available still if we want to go receiver. So let's just go by positions that we're looking at. Running back, Scatabo. We could get
Scatabu's
Scatabo.
available.
We could get Tootin. We
Mhm.
also still have late. We could go and grab Jaden Blue, like late. That'll
Hey,
be an
Jaden
option.
Blue. I think Jaden Blue is the play here based off the way this is going.
At receiver, we have Beck still. We have Savion Williams, who I'd be happy to have.
Then you have that guy that right there, Isaac Tesla.
Yeah,
He's super
from
good.
Arkansas.
Oh yeah,
he's
Isaac
super
Tesla.
good.
Yeah.
There's still some talent there. No one I really want at tight end. Oh, Ferguson, but I'm not gonna.
Nah.
There's too
Not
many
at
other
all.
things.
Not at all.
But here's what I'm looking at: is Trapillo and
Isaac
Williams are still
Trapillo-
available.
Williams is eyeing my interest right now.
And Stutzman.
Well, no, I don't think Williams will last. I think Stutzman might last a 1-on-1.
No, Stutzman will probably last.
I'd say the play is Cameron Williams and then Stutzman for our next 2 picks.
Yeah, and then we can go receiver at what's that? What we got 1 to what?
Yeah, we can go
190,
receiver later.
And then we can go
We can
Jaden
trade
Blue at
up.
195.
Yeah, we can.
trade
So
up.
we can go receiver, and we can even trade up, and then we can go Jaden Blue.
You guys
I
ready
would
to
say
play?
that-
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
yeah.
go.
hold on.
Okay. Trapillo's gone. Okay. Cameron might not make it to us, but okay, Knight's gone.
It's funny that the sim always has like Seattle taking guys we like, and that's
I know.
realistic.
Every
Seattle
It's
always
realistic.
does that.
Paul Beck is gone.
Beck is
Ah,
gone.
that's a good pick for
It is
Chargers.
That
great
is good
pick.
for
Dude,
them.
They're gonna
Yeah.
have Beck and Lad McConkey. That's solid.
Yeah.
That's a good duo. L
Back
pick
to
by the
Florida.
Jags.
Cortez.
L pick.
Okay, it's us. Oh, hold on. I'm not against trading down either, bro.
I wouldn't.
107,
Just to get
142.
Let's see what the options. Let's see the options.
That's solid. 119.
And
I'm not against this one. Going down 17 picks. What do you guys think?
can you counter it real quick? Do they have?
They don't have a better
See, I
pick.
kind of want 126.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad about this, but the issue is we're probably going to lose out on Cameron Williams.
See, that's the point. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if we want to get a future right tackle, Cam is.
He's,
Cam
I,
is
I
looking-
really, I really think Cameron Williams is like.
Let's go. Let's go.
I think Cam. I think Cam is like.
Do
at
you
least
want
in
to
my
trade down
opinion,
maybe like 5 or 10?
we
I,
could do
I like
that.
I like where we're at though.
Let's just do
We
it.
could do that. We could
Let's take
do that, but I feel like Cameron Williams is a gem, and
Yeah.
Cameron Williams
Look
picked.
at him.
All right, Cameron Williams.
And I think we could grab Stutzman right at 101.
Stutzman, I think Stutzman right here,
Yeah, I agree.
and then we go receiver. Then I think Jaden Blues to play. Gunnar Helm's gone.
Bro, if we leave the first 2 days with this group,
Man, this is looking
freaking-
beautiful right now.
I'm
This is
so
beautiful.
pumped.
This is beautiful.
Don't take
I think-
Stutzman. Don't.
Come
take
on,
Stutzman.
I think it's gonna happen. I think we
He's
got
gonna
it.
fall. He's gonna fall.
Come on.
We got it. We got it.
You got
We
to,
got it.
right? You've got to.
Stutzman.
Sir, yeah,
It has to be
hey,
Oh, let's
Stutzman.
see our
baby.
trade offers. Ooh,
Ooh.
no.
Ah.
No. I'm not trading down for. a
I
feature,
can't. I
dude.
can't risk it, man. I can't risk
for
it.
a fifth next year. No, that's a.
I can't risk it. We
No,
gotta take
Stutzman,
stuff
bro.
Danny here.
You got to.
You got to.
Danny
Boom.
Sosa's ran, baby.
Okay, so let's
It's
see,
looking good.
bro. Look at these picks, bro. Oh my gosh.
But I'm in love, bro. Dart, Morrison.
So we got
Williams,
two future guys, Dart and Cameron Williams, future guys, and 2 day
Mhm.
one starters on defense.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So we're doing a bit of both, so that's good.
Yep.
So that's why we think about trading up, maybe.
Yeah, I think we could.
Okay, so
potentially-
let's
I
see
was
who we
thinking
want
about
to
we
trade.
have-
Oh, hold on. Scatterbo's still on the board,
Scatterable's still available.
bro. He's worth trading up for, right? I'm not crazy.
If we can, yeah, I would.
You're not crazy at all. I would trade up for Scatterable.
But-
He's a difference maker.
He
But
might make it. He might make it out the fourth though.
he could
Bro,
drop.
but
though,
look,
this
he's
is-
ranked 92nd.
Oh,
and it's pick 109 already. He's already dropped into the
If
fourth.
we were to trade up with him, then we should trade up for him around this pick. Like maybe not. Maybe if not here, then maybe a couple picks.
Let's see what the
later.
Jets want to do. Let's take a look at the
You know,
Jets.
we can gauge.
So we get
offers.
190 and what? I
We'd
might
have to give
even
a next-
I might even
202.
give 202, man.
Yeah, 202.
We're moving up a lot though.
you might have to give future.
We might have to give a future.
That
a
Tennessee,
fourth
that Tennessee fifth, maybe.
So like
the fifth?
maybe this right here,
I think
Yeah.
that works. Yeah,
That's
two
what I'm
fifths
thinking.
for 110.
110. This could get rejected. We'll see.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might have to wait for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm
let's-
gonna say we might have to take a bit of a risk here.
Oh, Savion's gone. Dang, I forgot about
Dang.
Savion.
I did
And that's
too.
the thing. At the end of the day, there's gonna be guys we're not gonna be able to get. It's gonna suck,
Yeah.
but that's how the draft
Yeah,
goes.
that's true. Okay, bro. If he okay, bro. One more.
Okay, now, okay,
bro.
okay. We got to I think if we're gonna do it, we got to do it now,
Let's do it, right?
because he's kind of dropping now. Yeah.
Let's do one. I mean, are we willing to
Yeah,
give
this sh-
190 and 185 for this guy? How badly do we want him?
I want to keep 195 because I think.
Yeah. I think
wanna
this should.
go-
I think this should work. The 190, 202, then the fifth.
Yeah.
Let's try 195.
think-
See what
Yeah,
happens.
I think surely this works, right?
No,
Oh my
they're
God,
not.
they're so stingy.
We might have wait to the 30s.
Yeah,
Bro,
I
he
think
ain't
you're
gonna
right.
make it
I
that
think
far. He ain't
I
gonna
think
make
I
it
think the way that the what's the computer's gauging it, that it's too big of a jump, at least in their
Yeah.
eyes, because of
We
that.
might have to miss out on.
We might miss out on him,
Fabian.
unfortunately. If he's at like mid 120s, then we can try it again.
Bro, this is crazy.
Mid 120s, we can try.
Okay,
it again.
bro. Okay, hold up. Hold the phone. This is crazy.
We could try it again. We can try it because
Let's
this happens
try
all the
with
time.
Broncos.
We can try again. Yeah.
Where's the Broncos?
My only thing is, I don't know how realistic the Rams trade up for running back when they have two in the backfield.
Yeah, but if they think he's the guy,
That's the thing, though, right? It's our mock, right?
remember we
So-
talked about how much they're gonna
Yeah.
love this guy. He is a football player. Remember?
Yeah.
He's just that whole package, man. He's the whole package. Let's give him
Let's see.
201. Hey, no, let's give him 190. 190, 201, and a future fifth. Let's see if this works yet.
That's not
Come
gonna
on.
work. I'm telling you, it's gonna
I think it's a pick.
have to wait.
It's a gap. It's a gap. It's like a
Nice.
60 pick gap. That's why
he's gonna get picked coming up.
he's gonna get picked. I'll be honest with you. I don't think we're able to get him here. The way this draft is going,
Wait, the Lions aren't going
He's-
to take him. Hold on. The Lions aren't going to take him. Oh
Broncos potentially.
Broncos could definitely.
You got Dylan Sampson
Oh,
still
they
there.
took
Oh, they won two.
He fell again.
That's crazy. He's still fine. Eagles are not going to take
Eagles
him.
aren't taking him. The Browns could.
So they should. Browns, yeah.
Chubb is
Because
gone.
Nick Chubb is
Wait,
getting
did they
old.
take?
So,
Did they take a running back? I'm not gonna go with the whole draft, but
yeah, it's fine. We'll see here.
let's try the Browns. Hey, the teams do this in real life. They offer like 10 teams the same trade to see if anyone will bite. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
the phone's buzzing on draft day. This is how it is.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, we're.
Dang, I knew it, bro.
Yeah,
I
I had a feeling the Browns are gonna do it. Huh? It's fine. I mean, we still got Blue that we can pick around.
Blue's our guy then. We got to make sure
Yeah,
we get
Blues
Blue.
are good. We have to get Blue then. Yeah,
Okay,
that's fine.
Let's just
Blue's
let it
gonna
go for a little
fall.
bit. But let's see what else we got. We have Blue receiver wise. We're pretty much done though.
Tesla,
Isaac
Tesla,
Tesla's the guy
Tesla.
for me, man.
Isaac Tesla's an
Did
option.
we watch
Oh, he's
Tesla?
gone.
We didn't
I
bet
did.
because
I did.
so we basically the Rams interviewed him and we looked at his measurables. He had really good measurables. Like he's athletic.
Did Royals go yet?
Royals,
Yeah,
I think
I
I
What
think
about
we went.
Noel? Let's see.
We can check.
Can we look? Let's see Royals and Noel.
We can check.
Bonds
they did.
here. Yeah, they're both.
I think they got. Yeah, they're gone. They're 100% gone. Yeah,
Hey,
there's
but
no way.
receiver isn't a need this season, to be honest.
It's not a need, so it's
If we're gonna
okay.
miss on something, that's
Yeah.
what we're gonna miss on. I'm cool
That's
with that.
that's completely fine.
That's the
Yeah.
thing I would be less mad about if we missed on.
Yeah, because we have the corner, like we have other positions that are just more like need.
Let's just let it play out for a while, boys. We're good here.
Yeah, I think we just let it play out.
Damn it,
Dylan
Dylan Sampson,
Sampson,
bro. The
Jack
Miami
Sawyer.
Dolphins are fast as hell, dude.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to the 5th. It's playing out our way. Who do we want besides Jaden Blue? With
See,
the
I
final
wish
picks?
we had like a buffer in between because one going from 101 to 190 is crazy.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that's kind of an issue right now. There's still a lot of picks before we go, even now.
I'll tell you what, looking at it right here, it's crazy. But if Teddy falls
Teddy-
to 190, I might take him at 190.
I don't know. I gotta. We'll see.
Because we
If-
already drafted Stutzman.
Because
though,
we
that's
can
the
get
thing.
Blue and
Yeah.
Teddy at 190, 195. I know, but like, you telling me you don't want a little depth at linebacker, bro?
Yeah, that's a possibility.
We're in the
I don't
5th
know.
round. This is when Tesla's gone.
Tesla won.
No.
Yeah, he was around this range.
I don't think
so-
we're gonna end up with a receiver, boys.
No, it's and that's fine. It's okay because,
Yeah.
like we said, we have other pressing needs, so it's not a big deal.
Teddy's
That's
gone.
crazy. Dylan Gabriel's still here.
Yep.
They just went to the
oh
Lions.
man, back up for the Lions. That's actually a nice pick for them in the 5th. That's not bad. I would have loved to see Gabriel start, but yeah, it's not bad.
And the Eagles got 3/5 back to back to back like that.
Yeah. Oh, Cody
Cody
Simon,
Simon.
solid for the Panthers.
He went to hell.
Yeah, straight to hell.
Yeah. Funny. Any tight ends left? They're probably gone. Huh? All the tight ends. We were
Yeah,
looking at.
no, tight ends is. It's not even like it was a crazy class, and yeah.
The rest of this stuff is just trying to find gems.
Oh,
Jack
Kaiser.
Kaiser
That's a
one.
great pick at 169, bro.
Man, they got some linebackers there. Huh?
Yeah, because they got Kaiser and they got
Mhm.
Did they get Schwetzinger?
Yeah, they got Swishinger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did. They got
Oh,
Swisher too.
they're freak, dude. They have Milano, Schwetzinger, and
that's such a
that's
Bills
a
thing
crazy
to do as well.
trio of linebackers because they run a 4-3.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That would be an insane starting trio of linebackers.
Jalen
Lane.
Lane. Yeah.
Okay. Jalen Smith. It is a crazy wait between those two picks.
It is a crazy way.
It
This is
is.
the anxious part when you don't have a pick for that long and you're just
Yeah.
sitting there.
I think
I'm not really
Blue's-
mad, bro, because our first four is amazing.
Hey,
Yeah,
Blue
that's
is
the thing, though.
Blue's a great pickup in the 6th.
No,
bro.
Blue's a great pickup here in the 6th round, 100%. Like this is like 6 rounders, like getting Jaden.
We're gonna have to
Blue's
dig
amazing.
deep for these last 4 picks, for sure.
Come
but
on, don't
Blue-
please don't pick him. Vikings, Eagles won't pick him. Colts might. Okay,
Okay.
we're good. All right, Jaden Blue, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
James
think
Blue.
that's even a question.
Jaden Blue's a Ram.
That's a solid. So now,
That's
that's
a-
a
that's
top
low-
5 right there.
That's Loki. That's Loki a steal as well.
Oh,
Jaden Blue's went
Lindenberg is a
6th.
steal at 191.
Mm-hmm. And we got a 195 here as well.
Yep.
Okay, so let's take a look
So
here.
let's see what we can do here. Okay.
Brady Cook.
Hell no.
I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. bro.
Isaiah Bond is not bad,
Isaiah
bro.
Bond.
Isaiah Bond this late. That's the thing, though, right?
That's a steal, right?
That's actually a steal as a later pick. Like he's not bad.
What
He
was
kind of
his-
got bad.
Hold on, what was
See,
his
the
He's
thing is
not
size?
an awful player, bro.
That's the thing. The issue, the thing about Isaiah Bond at Alabama last year, he was pretty highly ranked, and then he went to Texas. He kind of had it down here because the thing about the Texas offense is they have Quinn
big is
Ewers
he?
at QB. They're running off.
True.
He kind of got bad
He's pretty
publicity when he
small.
said he was going to run the
4.39 though.
4.39
what?
is not slow.
No,
I know he
what?
got bad publicity, and he kind of got his name
Those
a bit
hands are
shelled because he
tiny.
said he was going to break what's his name? The
Oh, there
record.
was Isaiah Bond.
40?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fine though. I mean,
As a speed
I
guy,
think
man.
I think that's a steal just to get him, just to have him.
let's see if there's any other options in defense. I just want to quickly look.
I'm just
Yeah,
looking
fair.
around here. Anything
no,
that we
no.
recognize?
No.
All right, defense.
Mm. The Rams could potentially probably go to depth piece here.
Yeah, for sure. What about Johnny
Corner.
Walker from Missouri? You guys like him?
Johnny Walker. I like
No,
Johnny
no.
Walker.
He'll be a
Johnny
good
was
one.
cool. I don't know if I would have.
Jay Higgins, yeah, right. Kobe
Jeffrey
King.
Bond.
Kobe King was solid.
Kobe King is
Kobe
like a
King,
good
yeah.
hybrid. He kind of can play the hybrid role as well. He's pretty athletic.
Melo
corner,
Dodson. I heard of Melo
Safety.
Dodson.
Safety.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty easy choice, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we gotta go him, huh?
I think
Isaiah
Isaiah
Bond.
Bond's a solid pick here.
Go ahead and get it.
Okay. Now we picked next at 201. So what are we looking at? I'd probably take Kobe King. At
I'd take
201.
Kobe King. Kobe King is a great depth piece here.
And that's the best
We
thing to do,
need
yeah.
we need depth at linebacker. We don't have good depth at linebacker, so there's just
And
depth.
then after that, we might consider we can go like depth piece of like D line, O line.
Who do you
Yeah.
guys like here? You guys want to get your guy from Missouri, Johnny Walker?
I don't know if we do. Do you want an
I don't-
edge?
This is a 6th-round pick, bro.
I say here's the thing, though, right? Sixth
Definitely
round
want
pick.
an edge, right?
Six
Our
round-
edge
six
depth
round
is
pick.
weak.
Sixth round pick is like it doesn't really matter because you're just getting depth
Yeah.
guys.
Well,
Go
so
get it.
let's see though. We should maybe look at some of these rad scores for these guys, right?
Yeah, because we don't really look at some DTs
Yeah.
and edges, so I'm not really knowledgeable.
When you
on some of
drafting
these
this
guys.
late, bro, it should be just off straight raw talent.
It's just depth and just raw
Yeah.
talent. Yeah, exactly.
So
That's what
Johnny
it
Walker.
is.
Let's take a look at Johnny Walker's raw physicality here. He's raw.
Johnny Walker,
power.
he was a good player. Johnny Walker was a good player.
If it updates,
He was.
we can put these names in. It'll be even better. Man, Raz is slow. But let's do a recap of our draft so far.
I love our draft,
Future
man.
quarterback.
I love this right now, man.
Starting corner, future right tackle, starting linebacker,
Linebacker.
and then a great dual back. Jaden Blue is speedy and shifty, guys.
Jaden
He's the
Blue
explosive guy
with-
we don't have.
Jaden Blue
Yep.
with Corum. Oh my god.
Isaiah Bond, who's a deep threat at 4.39 speed, and then Kobe
Yeah,
King,
man.
a great depth linebacker, bro. Our team is so much better right now.
And I'm saying we did a bit of everything here. We did now. We did future. We did depth. Like,
Yep. Johnny Walker. Oh man.
oh man, yeah, he's not.
Oh man. Oh man. This guy.
He
can't
gonna
set
fall
that.
that. He fall that low for a reason.
That's why he's falling because he's not. He's a good player, but he's not an athlete.
Okay,
that's for
so
sure.
what other options we got? You guys gonna check
That's a
DT
lot.
maybe? Any big
I was
boys here?
talking about they got a crazy RAS score, bro.
Oh,
Let's
they
see
have
if I-
rat scores in here. Look.
Yeah, so basically, because we don't know anyone at this point, let's
Yeah,
look at
just find
somebody.
somebody that
Because
got
at
like
this point, you're looking for
Ooh, look
guys
at
who are
that.
depth piece. Yeah, like a guy like this, he has a high ceiling. Like he has a high ceiling. Like you're not
Okay, guys,
expecting
other
to get
than
someone
Tom.
as
He's
a
on
starter.
South Carolina. He was on South Carolina defense too. I love some
South Carolina had a good defense. Yeah.
Take a look real
Yeah.
quick. Okay.
Okay.
I-
He's
I
a
don't- That's
he was like a
solid.
3 tech. He's a good athlete, man. His explosion rate is
Hey,
crazy.
he
His
could be a 5
agility.
tech too, though.
Yeah, he can play 5 tech.
He's
How
He's
big
not-
is he? 284. That's it.
6'3", 284.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe we can get a look at his stats real quick.
Tonka.
Kind of mediocre.
4 sacks.
Oh, look at last year. 7 pass deflections.
I mean, he's a 6th round pick, so
We can look at other guys as well.
Yeah,
We don't
let's
have
take a
to.
look. Let's see here. Tonka Ty
Very right.
922, 300 pounds.
922 Ty Hamilton, Ohio State.
300. See, a Bogart was
6'2".
run
He's good
defender.
size. He's good size as well.
Let's see here. I'd like to see what he's good at. Fast, just kind of everything. 35 bench press reps, baby.
Oh,
He's
wow.
strong, man. Okay, I
Oh,
like this.
Ohio State too.
Ohio State. He has
State guy.
national championship winning team.
6 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, man. Just a
He's
run.
good, solid
He's just a
stat.
stuffer, bro.
And that's the thing. It's depth, right? He's depth, and he has a high ceiling, so he can.
I wouldn't mind me a big boy, but hold on.
6'4",
Georgia?
276.
Georgia.
Oh, this might be the guy. This guy might be it.
Who's this?
6'4", 280.
Okay.
Tyrion Ingram Dawkins.
So Ty Hamilton had a 67 run defense grade.
Look at this.
279 reps.
Oh man, this guy is a physical beast.
What's his name? Tyrion Ingram Dawkins.
Okay, Georgia too. Look at this dude. 4'8", 640.
This is crazy. He's 6'4" and a half, and he's 280.
He could add some weight, bro. Actually,
He can add weight.
He might transition to being a bigger edge. To be honest,
I was gonna say he seems more of an edge.
Totally.
He can play edge. He's athletic enough.
Look at the agility scores, bro. With this speed and explosiveness and agility, he could easily be an edge.
That's the thing. We're picking guys, and that's the thing. It's a 6th-round pick. He can easily transition over to edge.
Very long arms, 33.5 inches. Big
This guy,
hands.
he's a 6th-round pick. He has a high ceiling.
What do you got, Joe? What do you got for us?
They said he's a really good. Well, he's a better run defender than he is pass rusher. Run defense was his thing. He has some injury history. That's why he's falling this low.
Hey, I like this guy.
That's it. That's the thing. That's completely fine because what is this? A 6th-round pick? You can take a gamble on that.
Look,
Mhm.
he
It's not
was
gonna
he was
hurt
a
you.
5-star recruit coming into college.
Mhm.
He's an
He
athletic.
had a
freak.
crazy.
I think
He had
this
a
is a guy,
crazy.
man. I think this
He
is
had
a
a
guy.
He had a crazy combine.
Yeah.
That's why he's even. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, Ingram Dawkins.
Hey, our last pick. That's a freaking solid last
That's the
pick.
draft, baby. You can just skip the rest of the draft then.
How do you do
That's
that?
it.
Yeah, so we're done. We're not gonna pick anything else.
Oops.
I think you guys just let it play through.
I think we're gonna have to just let it play.
Okay, that's
through.
fine. So let's take a look at our picks. Let's do a recap here.
Yeah.
Starting quarterback of the future, starting quarterback today, starting right tackle of the future, starting linebacker today, a great dual threat, explosive running back, a speed receiver. Then we have Kobe King from Penn State, a great rotational backup linebacker, and then a DT with crazy upside. Dude, he has. Did you see this, Joe? Look at his measurables. Dude, 6'4" and a half.
I read that. Yeah.
Look at the huge hands, crazy
he
long
can
arms.
play
He's fast.
edge.
He's explosive. He's got everything.
He's athletic enough to play edge for sure as well. So he's versatile.
You put him as a gigantic edge out there. That could be special, bro.
This is low risk, high reward right here.
100%.
That's what it is.
Yep. Every time.
We done here almost. She's so. Oh my gosh, she's still a long way to go.
I think it's fine. Like we can.
Yeah,
we
no,
have
this is
this
it.
right here. Yeah.
All right, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed the mock draft, the cornerback content. We will be back after this with a new channel. We're gonna put out a video, kind of showing you guys what the new channel is, what the new Twitter handle is, so you guys know to follow us in those new locations. But we appreciate you guys watching, and we'll be back on the new channel with deep analysis on every single draft pick the Rams make this weekend. We appreciate you guys sticking with us, and we'll see you guys next episode.
Of course. Peace.
care, y'all.
Peace out, guys.